Connection to me is, to my understanding, is like a rough diamond waiting to be polished to show its real facets. People look at connection in many ways than just communicating between each other, also connecting to animals, to nature, to the universe, to the stars. We connect in many ways than one as people. And to me, that's the uniqueness of the world connection. Art to me is like oxygen to a person. It's like water to fish. It's been embedded in me since childhood. Ripples of life is life itself. We're born, we live, and we pass it on to the next generation. To me, that's the ultimate ripples of life.
Welcome to Virtual Concert Hall's live programs. Thank you for joining us. My name is Jennifer Savage, and I will be your host for today's show. Today, we will be exploring loyalty as it relates to our lives, our experiences, and anywhere from the lens of musician, artist, manager, performer, and all the way down to eye level of the crude and unfiltered human being. Loyalty. Should it only go to those who deserve it? There is no one-size-fits-all answer, and this could leave you with more questions than simple answers, but it's more real that way, and that's what we're here for. And here's a little preview to recap our last installment. Today, we will be exploring facts.
We're going to one by one here, okay? This is a big show, babe. Okay, so here it goes. Be careful of the facts. Go ahead. You ready?
British. Okay.
Oh, this is beautiful. Drum roll, please.
Wow. I think he's got it.
Facts are facts, but facts are not facts. And this is a fact. You can print that, by the way. I just made it up.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. You know, it's like there's method to the madness, you know. It depends on who writes the history books. Who writes the history books, you know? The living write the history books. The dead do not. Here's a fact that you think is fact. Facts are only as good as what you can research. And I've got my little... I love it. Wrong answer. Then you say, listen, Atamian, how do you know all this stuff? Well, Jack Price is right. And that's a fact. Now, thank you. You're too slow, babe, that I'm a poet, but I don't know it. You see, it's unless you're connected to the facts and you can verify them personally, there are no facts. It's nonsense. It's all nonsense. You've got to know it. You're thousands of miles away. How do you know I'm not a magician?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
I trust people, and you have to. There are people that will.
All right.
That's a fact. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
And that was our last recap episode. And today I am excited to be joined live with my co-host and celebrated partner in crime here, Frane, otherwise known as Jack Price. And just to give a little introduction, formerly known as Frane and now known as Jack Price, he began his career in artist management in response to his own career as an RCA recording artist after winning first prize in the 50th anniversary Nuremberg competitions, as well as being known as the crazy pianist who premiered The Right for Solo Piano. Welcome to the show, Jack Price.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
He's a very funny guy.
Anything you want to say before we go to door one?
I just said it.
Loyalty.
It was,
okay, so
Raul Julia said it in Raul Julia, one of my favorite actors. He died at 50. He was in, Kiss of the Spider Woman. He was in the Addams Family. Mm-hmm. He was in a movie called Moon Over Parador, where he tells Richard Dreyfuss, "You're a very funny guy." He goes like that. That's a pretty good imitation. It's not perfect. I haven't refined it yet for my new website called Custom Impression.
Jack Price goes
ringtones. Actor. No. Custom
goes Hollywood.
Okay, listen. Custom Celebrity Ringtone Impressions.com. Something like that.
Okay, yeah. Well,
look forward
to that
at your neighborhood store. Yeah. 99 cents per ringtone.
Catch it at the Dollar General.
We need a gong now.
But moving on with our door number one. Let's see what's behind door number one for our first song. So, for loyalty, do they deserve it? That's the first question that we have.
The answer is no. Absolutely not. First of all, you have to decide who
just no.
No, I mean, loyalty is, again, in my opinion, see how these things are connected? It's a misnomer. There are only two personages you should be loyal to, in my opinion. And they're not, one is a person And the other, you have to decide if it's a personage or a spirit. Okay, so the first one you should be loyal to, in my opinion.
So you believe there's two things that you should be loyal to. Yeah.
Two entities, let's call them that.
Okay.
And it's God and yourself, and I'll explain. Or the creator, if you don't believe in God, which I accept, then something, whatever we came from, you should be loyal to that entity. Whatever created you, I don't care if it's the amoeba, then be loyal to the green slime in the ocean that creeped up onto the coast. And
so you're saying you should be loyal to it, and you should. Then that sounds like loyalty also just means believing in whatever entity you're talking about.
Yeah, loyalty requires some faith.
You should be loyal
belief.
to it. You should
but the other entity is yourself. In Hamlet, Laertes is about to go off to, he's one of the minor characters, not really minor, but he's Polonius's son. And he's about to go off into the world and, claim his place and find his, wealth and all that. And he says, to thine own self be true. Polonius says to his son Laertes, to thine own self be true. You need to be loyal and true to yourself. Don't fake it. If you like, banana cream pie, don't tell everybody else you don't like it. Admit it that you like banana cream pie. Okay?
Be true
to thine own self be true. If you play La Campanella a certain way, super fast and brilliant, then be to thine own self be true. Don't try to play it like some other guy plays it, slow and pedantic, okay? In other words, just do what you feel and be true to it and be loyal to yourself. That's being loyal. Being true to yourself is being loyal. And you're the only one that needs that loyalty besides your creator. That thing deserves your loyalty because you wouldn't exist without it. Now, going to
don't lie to yourself.
Don't lie to yourself. Always be true to yourself and your creator. That's my opinion. Now, this thing about loyalty, one guy told me once, Richie's really loyal. This was a conductor. I'm not loyal. I'm only loyal to what deserves my loyalty. Loyalty has to be earned. It has to be earned. Not
quickly. Let's see what's behind door number 2 because that relates to our second subtopic. What's behind door number 2? Loyalty. Did they earn it? Do they earn it?
Right. Well, number 1 is no, and number 2 is probably not. I hate to say it. Yeah, I hate to say it, but
why do you say so?
People, I'll tell you why. I like your questions today. They're excellent and to the point. But very few people deserve and even attain or a slight bit come approach to earning your loyalty. Most people are selfish and are out for themselves, and they're not really thinking about you. So why should they have your loyalty? Be loyal to yourself. And if we're selfish, then be loyal to that selfish person. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but this thing of loyalty is an absolute farce. And the old adage, fake it till you make it.
Loyalty itself is a farce.
It's a farce. And then if you say fake it till you make it, that doesn't work here. Being polite works with fake it till you make it. Like if you tell your little kids, okay, we're having a very distinguished guest for dinner and you need to be polite, and they go, I don't want to do that. Then you say fake it till you make it. Just be nice, and eventually in about 20 years, you will be sincere. Good luck. Okay. Anyway, the point is, that's my friend I told you, the country bumpkin, who kept saying, that isn't the point. The point is. I said, okay, Jeff, what is the point? And he never could tell me. Anyway, the point is that you shouldn't be loyal to anything, to this sculpture, to this one, to the camera, to anything until it earns it or they earn it. I'm not going to be loyal to this microphone if it keeps going off all the time. I'm going to say it's trash and I'm going to throw it away and go get another one. I'm not going to be loyal to it. Oh, I bought it. It was $100 and $200. I should keep it and be loyal. You know, I should keep trying. That's like the definition of insanity when you do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. So loyalty, how many times have you been burned by being loyal over and over, and the person just does not come through over and over? I'm not going to belabor this point because we all have been through this. You hang in there. You hang in there with an employee. You keep telling them what to do, and nicely, by the way. You encourage them. You try to get on their good side. You inspire them, and they still do nothing. I'm not going to be loyal to that. You understand?
Okay. Then at what point do you realize that that's enough? Like, this is enough.
That's your problem. End of
the rope.
I can't give you that answer. Problem. You, Jennifer Savage, me, Richie Atamian, me, whoever that other person, whoever the person, they have to decide.
What are the signs?
Enough is enough. The signs, I would say probably strike one and you're out, but most people give them 3 strikes. Like my mother gave them 10 strikes. She was too nice. She was just too kind and too generous. And she paid the price. With her life practically. But the point is, you've got to realize that not much is going to change. People don't change. Yet they say, if a man changes, doesn't he remain the same man? Well, he remains the same man physically and probably his thought processes, but he changes a little bit. Like, all of a sudden they aren't bigoted. You know, all of a sudden they're magnanimous and wonderful and everybody's fantastic. Or they decide lasagna is a good product. They want to eat lasagna all day long, and before they hated it. So that's a change. These are minor changes in people. They're not changes. They're not real conversions. Well, just
because they're minor, they don't count as change. You're saying people don't change, but they're essentially the same person, but there's some little changes. So do they change or not?
Eensy weensy change. I don't call that change. I call that adjustment. Adjustment. We can adjust the pedals on this piano. We can adjust the aftertouch. We can adjust the studs. These are all parts of a piano. We can adjust the back checks. We can adjust. It doesn't change the piano. The piano's the piano.
All right, so people don't change.
Not really.
Okay.
Pretty little. You know what I'm saying?
Little in your book. Okay.
Well, okay. Now, that's a challenge. That's a challenge, Savage, and I'm going to take you up on that challenge. I say, and I think a lot of people would have to agree with me after the history of the world, that history repeats itself. Have you ever heard that?
It's often said, right?
Oh, often.
Yeah. What do you really think?
Okay, what I really think is history is not history. It's the present, the past, and the future. It's all the same. Remember, we talked about all these shows connecting? Well, it's not just connecting. I might as well just sit here and go like this every week.
Mm-hmm. If everything is the
because
same, then the show
nothing's going to change.
The same.
That's the show. That's right. Now, do I have something to say? Yes. Do I have something urgent to say? Well, I certainly hope so and think so. And is it critical? I believe it is. But that is not true of everyone I meet. Most people just take up space and say nothing. That's my opinion. Most people. There are those that are inspired. There are those that deserve my attention and your attention and so on, Anna's attention and whatnot's attention. But that doesn't mean everybody has something to say and everyone is super gifted and everyone has critical and original thought. No, they don't.
Okay. Well,
they don't.
Yeah.
Now,
we're
that
getting
guy
a bit
dripping
away
in
from loyalty.
The guy that with the sweat dripping from his nose, he looks like he's working really hard. Yeah. So anyway.
Okay. So let's break it up here and pivot with a little clip that we have in store from the archive right here on Jack Bryce's Right. And stay tuned. I do want to take a moment to mention that we are live every Friday with Jack Price is Right, and there are so many topics in store. If you really want to find out what Jack Price really thinks. Don't miss out. Coming up, this is our next episode, and here is a little preview on the next topic. Belief. Is it the same as faith? And here you can see, this is our next episode on belief. You can check us out on our YouTube channel at Virtual Concert Halls. We are also on Twitch, LinkedIn, Alignable, and streaming to all major platforms. More info on virtualconcerthalls.com right there below, and priceattractions.com as well. We'd love to hear any feedback. We got a great response from our first few shows, and yeah, we would love to hear what you think, as well as what Jack Price really thinks. But of course, the name of the show is Jack Price is Right. And back to our third subtopic for today. Let's see what is behind door number 3. Loyalty. Why does it matter? Why do you think it matters?
I was just going to say that this topic is so loaded, I would like to hear from people. I don't think everything I'm saying is necessarily true for everyone, but I really like to hear from people on loyalty of all topics. It's really controversial. Does it matter? It matters to Polonius and to Laertes, to thine own self be true. That matters. To your creator, that matters, because you wouldn't exist without whatever you think created you, Buddha or whoever. The point
let me ask you, what about how about what does it matter for you? Because this is the show, Jack Price. Yeah. Does it matter?
Well, no, but you're talking about loyalty among thieves. You're talking about loyalty among people, if you want me to be loyal to the person that runs my apartment complex, I'll say, jump in a lake. Okay. I'm going to only be loyal to people that earn my loyalty, period. That's it. Okay. There is no other way for me to be loyal. I'm not a loyal person by those standards, but I'll tell you what, I have fierce loyalty to those who earn it. Fierce. I'm extremely loyal to those who earn it. To those who don't, they can stand on their head. They're never going to get, I'm going to walk right through them like they're invisible. Yeah, it's the way I am.
Like you said, this is a loaded topic, and for everyone, it could be, it might not necessarily be the same. Some people believe that loyalty matters, and then others don't, right?
I'll give you a fantastic example in an airport, what happened to me, how I feel about this topic. There was a violinist who I performed with at some time, regularly. And I saw him at the Detroit Metro Airport, and he had really violated me before. I don't mean like sexually or anything, but I mean, he really pissed me off. Okay. And so my son was with me, and he was really little, Sean. And so I'm walking through the airport, and this idiot said, "Hey, Richie, how's it going?" And I just absolutely ignored him, walked right through him like he was a ghost or a mist. And my son goes, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy, that man said hello to you." You know how little kids do. He goes, "Daddy, that guy said hello to you. Don't you see him?" And I go, "What? What's going on? What are you talking about?" I absolutely acted like, and for me, he wasn't there. Yeah. Well, not just ignored him. He was vapor. That's how I feel about loyalty.
Okay. That's how you feel about someone who has not earned your loyalty and has proven the complete opposite, right?
The complete opposite, that has wronged you. Wrong. Now, the other thing, loyalty, the flip of the coin.
Yeah.
I will stay loyal to a person that deserves it to the death. There's no way anyone can convince me that person is not worth my loyalty, because they have proven to me beyond a shadow of a doubt,
despite all changes or adjustments, as you say.
I would almost not believe they murdered someone, even if the whole world said they did. But of course, I would be open to the possibility that they committed murder. Let's put it that way. I'll fight for what I believe in, but I will not fight for anyone or anything that I do not believe in, or to be true, or to be loyal. And it doesn't mean, by the way, that they need to be loyal to me. They don't have to be loyal to me.
Oh, okay.
I'll be loyal to them because they've earned my loyalty, meaning they have performed an act, meaning, let's go back to actions speak louder than words, and sticks and stones may break my. I don't care if someone curses me out. I don't care if anyone does anything to me, but if they earn my loyalty, that's all I need.
So for you, at least, out of how you feel about it, loyalty doesn't necessarily mean it's a conditional thing. It's transactional.
No.
That the other entity has to be loyal to you.
No, it does not mean that.
Yeah.
I can be loyal to an enemy. Like it was on Curb Your Enthusiasm the other day. I hate to keep bringing this up, but Larry says, I stick to it to the end, even if I'm bored. Like a movie, he will listen or watch a movie, even though he's hated it from the beginning. Because why? He started the movie and he wants to finish it. Now, I wouldn't do that, but that's that was the scenario. He finishes what he starts. That's a totally different topic. That's not loyalty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but is that some form of that's something different? That's not really.
Well, you could say he's loyal to the. You could say he's loyal to the movie makers, to the actors, and to the director, and the editor, and the composer.
Like he's a loyal watcher.
He started the show, so he's going to end the show. But I'll walk out after 1 minute because of my definition of loyalty. They didn't earn it.
So for everyone, the definition of loyalty is going to differ. And
it's like you say, Savage. It's like you say. It's golden words. There's no one answer. There's no one way. There are many paths to whatever. There are many paths to whatever.
Right, for everyone.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
All roads lead to Rome. There's not only one road to Rome.
Yeah.
Like
there is no one size fits all answer.
No. They all lead to Rome, and you can get to Rome many different ways.
Yeah. Okay. Well, any last thoughts on our topic of loyalty? We've gone over, do they deserve it, and did they earn it, and why does it matter? And,
one last thought.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Just do your thing. It does not matter. Loyalty
doesn't matter.
Loyalty doesn't matter. Just do your thing. Put your head down and keep swimming. Okay? You don't need any loyalty.
Okay.
Just believe in yourself. Be to thyself be true, and that's the end of it. Believe in yourself. Okay. Be loyal to those characteristics. Like if you're good at this, you're good at that. You don't like that, you like that. Be loyal to it. Don't deny it. Don't say, "Oh, I don't like banana cream pie," but in fact, you're gorging on it every night.
So, loyalty doesn't matter, but be loyal to those characteristics.
Yeah, be true. Don't fake it.
All right.
It's like honest piano playing. Okay, when I hear someone that's honest, they've won my attention. I will pay attention to them. The minute they're faking, meaning, usually that person is not very gifted. The person that fakes has to fake. But the person who really has something to say and says it well, by the way, mechanically, I'm going to listen to that person.
Okay. So it feels like the answer to doesn't matter is no, but yes. No and yes in some way.
It's no and yes. That's good. Very perceptive.
Yeah.
Yes. It's no and yes.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Well, then those are our final thoughts on loyalty. And I want to thank you so much for being with us, Richie, Jack Price. This is all the time we've got for loyalty. It's been really interesting to get into. And with that, the time is right. And we've got to go. I want to take a moment here to thank our partners and sponsors. All of our collaborators are here up on the screen. You can see all the orchestras, recording studios, academies. So many people along with us for the entire journey, and we're super appreciative of all the support, without which none of this would have been possible, to have a music talk show about all these philosophies, and we couldn't have done it without you. And also, I do want to give a big shout out to our production team. Today's broadcast was powered, as always, by Christian Pelagi, directing behind the scenes, and we couldn't have done it without you. And he's all the work behind the scenes is all due credit to Christian here. And with that, I think that's all we have got for you today. This has been Jack Price is Right. You never know what's going to happen on the show. The answers are, as we said, there's no one size fits all answer. Just to get a little, it's a bit of a trip to find out what's really on Jack Price's mind and explore this wealth of different outlooks. And I hope you've gotten a little something out of it. And I know I did. Thank you, and see you next week.